All right. Welcome to Graphic Design Character Turnaround 2, Take 27. We are going to take your character turnaround that you had, and we're going to make it actually turn around like it was in 3D space. So here's the plan. You're gonna grab your character turnaround. If you already made one, you're going to go to your period. And choose yours. If you don't find yours or you didn't make one, then go to the other period and grab any one that you think looks cool and take the background out. I want you to open it in Photopea. You're going to have something like this. This is the one I'm going to work on. So eventually what you're going to do, and I'll just give you an overview, we're going to take the background out like this. You're going to end up with something like that. Then you're going to generate two more views, right, using the ones you have. So it's going to go from here to 8 views. From here to here. Same amount, same thing, but we're going to just generate them in Photopea. And then you're going to put them all on top of each other. And you're going to make them, see, they're going to rotate like this. Anyway, we're going to go through that today. It's going to go all the way in a circle. So let's start from the top. All right, we have this guy. Now, by now you should have gotten pretty close to taking your background out at least. But if you haven't, what you want to do is grab the magic wand, set the tolerance to about 20, and start clicking around. Now, I got lucky and it took out most of the background, right? But you might click on some stuff. I'm going to put, you should keep it at 20, but if you click on some stuff and it only gets rid of that, that's fine. Get rid of as much as you can. Little pieces here and there. Do as much as you can with the magic wand. And then you're going to see that you have all of this extra junk everywhere, right? Now, as you do this, you're going to get rid of this. This should not take a ton of time. If you adjust the tolerance, use the magic wand tool. Now, if you accidentally grab the inside of their shirt and get rid of them there, undo. After you're done getting this part in, you're going to have all these little pieces around here. And you can really see the pieces if you go down to the Shapes tool. Make sure your fill color is white. And you make a big square around everything. And put the layer over here underneath. And now you can see all the stuff you need to get rid of. Now what I would do is I would start using this rectangular tool. Using this rectangular tool to get rid of things you don't need. Oh, I'm sorry, not that. Back up, back up, back up. Not the rectangular tool. This rectangular selection tool. And getting rid of boop, boop. All right, start getting rid of all this extra stuff. You can also use the lasso tool. The lasso tool. And the lasso tool helps you, let's say you missed a little bit, you want to cut it out, cut out this part, right? So eventually you're going to get everything cut out. Use the magic wand as much as you want, then go to the lasso tool. Get everything you can cut out. So you just have those 5 figures. Eventually you'll end up with something that looks like this. All right. Once you have the background taken out, now what you need to do, well, and here's a little thing to show you. You choose a character. You remove the background, and now the next thing you're going to want to do is put each view on a different layer. Put each view on a different layer and name the layers. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make extra layers. All right, I go to here, and I'm going to go to Layer, New Layer, and it creates a new layer. Layer, New Layer. Or I could just click on this little icon right at the bottom here. Now I'm going to name these because I need 5 of them, right? So I'm going to double click on the bottom one and call it front. That's going to be the one on the left. The next one's going to be 3/4 front. All right, that's this one right here. I'm going to put the side view on this one. I'm going to put the next one, which is the back, but it's the 3/4 back. And then there's the back. And this should be called 3/4 back. All right, so how do I get all these little things on this layer? Well, currently they're on the bottom layer called the background or whatever it's called on yours. I'm going to go to my rectangular tool and highlight or select this first guy. And I'm going to go to Edit, Copy. And then I'm going to put him where he's supposed to go on the front layer. Click on the front layer, Edit, Paste. Now you may not see anything, but if you turn off the bottom layer, there he is. Now repeat for all the other layers, breaking them apart. So click on the background layer, grab this 3/4 front view, Edit, Copy, go to 3/4 front, Edit, Paste. Now if I turn this off, I have them broken out on 2 different layers. Continue that until you get them all done. I'll do it real quick. All right. Now, as you can see, I turn off the background layer and I can turn them off individually. Front, 3/4 front, side, 3/4 back, and back. Here we go. They're all broken out into layers. I don't really need this background layer anymore, so what I can do is I can trash it. I like to just turn it off just in case I need it later, but eventually we're going to throw it away. So let's toss it in the garbage. We have all these views. Now here's the thing. This guy is only rotated 180. He has not rotated 360 degrees. So we need to generate more views to here so that he goes all the way around to the other side. So how do we do that? Well, I'm just going to give myself some room. So I'm going to click on the front layer, go to my Move tool, and I'm going to move them over. Now it's okay if these things overlap a bit. Don't worry. I know you guys, some of yours are thicker than mine. This is a really skinny guy, so he fits, but I'm just going to move him over here. Overlaps, it's fine. They just unoverlap. They're on different layers, so you don't have to worry about them. So now think about this. What's the next view? What's the next view you're going to see? Well, to go around, you're going to add a couple more layers. So I'm going to add a layer, and I'm going to put them on top because I want them to come after my back. So I'm going to boop, boop. I'm going to add 3 more layers, and this is what I'm going to call them. I'm going to call it 3/4 back 2, because it's the second one, side 2, and 3/4 front 2. Now, if you're just doing this right now, pause the video. Make these layers look like this. All right, so once you're back, now after the guy rotates to his back, he's got to keep rotating. So I want to duplicate this 3/4 view, and I'll show you why. I'm going to take it, and I'm not going to duplicate it actually. I'm going to grab it. I'm going to turn it off. See? I'm going to grab it, and I'm going to copy it, just like we did before. Copy, and I'm going to go to the layer I want to paste it on, which is the 3/4 back 2, and paste it. Now, it pasted on top of each other, so I move it over here. And I don't want it to look like that. I want him to face the other way. So what I do is I click on this, I go to Edit, Transform, and I flip it horizontally. Because horizontally means a horizon. So I'm going to flip it horizontally. And look at that. He's moved. See that? You flip it like that, and all of a sudden, it looks like he's continuing to turn around. Now I need to continue. The next one's going to be a side view, but facing to the left. So I'm going to take my existing side view, go to that layer, make sure you're on the layer when you copy it, go to Copy, and go to the layer you need to go to, and paste it. Grab your Move tool. Pause this video as many times as you need to, and I'm going to put him over here, and I'm going to flip him the way he's supposed to go. So I'm going to click on this layer. I need to highlight him and go to Edit, Transform, Flip horizontally. Why did it grab the back of him? Interesting. Oh, because I was on this layer. Okay, I need to flip this layer. I want to flip this guy, not this guy. Silly. This guy. So I'm going to make a rectangle around him and go up to Edit, Transform, Flip horizontally. There we go. Now he's starting to rotate some more. I need him to just rotate one more quarter of a turn until he goes back to the front. So I need a 3/4 front view. I need to copy that. Again, copy, go to 3/4 front, paste, move it over here, highlight it, select it while it's on 3/4 front. That's the one I want to flip right. Uh-oh. What happened here? Oh, did I mess it up? Let me see. Sorry about that. So I'm going to go to Edit, Copy. Actually, I'm going to copy the 3/4 front. You guys know what to do. Copy the 3/4 front. Go to my 3/4 front second and Edit, Paste. I was trying to move too quick. Move him over here. Okay, now I duplicated him. Grab it. Highlight him. I'm on that layer. Edit. Transform. Flip horizontally. So now the person has rotated, and after it goes to here, it's going to go back to the front. And it's going to flip around. So now it's okay if these overlap. Don't worry. My guy's skinny, so he doesn't overlap, but that's okay. I'm just going to show you what it looks like. All right? And I'm going to kind of put their legs at the same place, their feet at the same place. Just kind of spread them out so you can see them. All right. Good. We did it. Save. Save. It looks like this one. So save. Now the next thing we need to do is flip horizontally. We did that. Check layer order. Check layer order. What do I mean by this? Well, it's got to be in the right layer, or the right order for it to turn. So I'm going to turn off all the layers. Just click on all the eyeballs. You can do it real quick by just going, dragging your mouse all the way up, all the way down, turns them all off. Now I have this thing highlighted, so I could go to Select, Deselect, and it gets rid of that. So I'm going to turn on the front. It should be the front on the left-hand side. Next one should be the 3/4. Just to double check that you have them in the right order. Side. Does it continue rotating? It does. It does. Now it's going to rotate the other way. There you go. And if they're not in the right order, put them in the right order. Bottom to top. Now, what you want to do, now we check the order layer. Now we're going to rename the layers. You might say, Mr. Sugar, we just renamed them all. But now you got to name them in a special code that makes Photopea rotate them. So this is what we do. We're going to rename the first layer here, underscore A underscore 01. See that? The next one is going to be underscore A underscore 02. And now you can guess where this is going. The next one's going to be 03. Underscore A underscore 04. And you should have 8 layers. This just tells Photopea to cycle through these images. There you go. Once you are done with this, please save. Next one, we need to stack them and crop them. What does that mean? Well, stacking them is this. We go to here. We're going to stack them on top of each other because we want them to rotate. So I'm going to put this guy right here, and I'm going to grab this guy and put him on top of him. Right on top. And if I need to nudge him, see I'm nudging him down with my arrow. You can make the thing move with the arrow tool. Move him over with the cursor. Nudge him into place. Put them right on top of each other. The better you put them on top of each other, the better they will rotate. All right, cool. I stacked them. Now I'm going to crop. I have all this extra space over here, so I'm going to go to the crop tool. Crop tool. And I'm going to draw a box around my guy. Uh-oh, I cut into him a little bit. I'm going to hit escape. I don't want to do that. I'm going to draw a box, and I'm going to leave a little buffer on the top and the bottom, and the sides too. See that? Now I'll hit enter, and all of a sudden I have something. I have a canvas or a background that's fit to my character. That's perfect. Save again. Now we go to image size. Now this is just a check. I want you guys to just check it out because your image size should be, this height should be as high as the television. Now if you remember, the width is 1080, the width is 1920 by 1080 high. So if you go to image size, you should make sure that your height is at least 1080. Now, usually we don't make things bigger, but in this case, let's do it. I'm gonna make sure this is at 72, and I'm gonna change this to 1080. Hit Tab, and this changes too. So I'm gonna enlarge it a bit. Usually I don't like enlarging, but if it's bigger, make it lower to 1080. There you go. Next thing is the very end. Save it and export it as a GIF. I want you to save it as a PSD and turn that into me. And then you also turn in export as a GIF. So you're going to go export as a GIF. And if you click on it, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. So cool. So cool. That is it. You are done. Save it, export those, turn those both in, and you get full credit. You can add a background if you want to, but make sure it's on a separate layer. You can even color the guy if you want. Color your character, spruce it up however you want. But these are a lot of little steps for you. And yeah, so just kind of move through them. Once you get it, you can even do another one for extra credit. So really proud of you guys. Keep doing it, and you're doing a great job.